and carers. Happy Friday, Merry Christmas to those who celebrate it, and welcome to your weekly words from everyone at Sugar and Spice Day Nursery. The children have had lots of fun this week, exploring the world and embracing learning, and we have some lovely pictures in this newsletter later on. But first, some dates for your diary. We know the children love our dressing up days, and the grown-ups love the photos, if not making the costumes, smiley face. So next week's nursery Christmas party theme is poems. Please, bring your child to nursery dressed as a character from their favourite poem. For example, Stickman by Julia Donaldson. The Gruffalo by Julia Donaldson. The Gruffalo's Child by Julia Donaldson. I'm sure you could think of plenty, even if they're not by Julia Donaldson. Or maybe we should just call it our annual Nursery Julia Donaldson party. Smiley face. I've just looked at the learning display, and there's also Roald Dahl and Doctor Seuss. But we must stress that only costumes based on poems are acceptable, which means no Peppa Pig, Thomas the Tank Engine, In the Night Garden, Teletubbies, Pingu, Paw Patrol, Sesame Street, if anyone watches that anymore, and definitely no Minions. There will be a prize for the best homemade costume, not panic bought off the peg at Tesco, please, smiley face. We want you and your children to share in the magical creativity of making a costume together. Also, coming up next week is This Girl Can Day. And again, we encourage all children, irrespective of gender or gender presentation, to dress as an inspiring woman. For example, Greta Thunberg, Marie Curie, or Selena Gomez. Please, no Disney princesses. Although we realise that toddlers can be quite insistent, so if your son or daughter wishes to dress up as Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella, this is permitted, so long as he can name 3 aspirational qualities in the princess, which must not include being pretty or having pretty dresses. Examples might be bravery, resourcefulness, and marksmanship for Pocahontas, or a strong work ethic, honesty, and a lovely singing voice for Snow White. Although, as she spent most of her time as a domestic drudge for 7 miners, perhaps she's not the best example. Finally, Sugar and Spice is closed for staff training on Friday the 30th of January and again on Monday the 15th of February. I know nobody ever reads these announcements because you're all skimming ahead for photos of your kids looking at snow or playing with spaghetti or whatever, so we'll get several indignant phone calls months down the line when we remind people with a week to go. But we've given you plenty of notification now, so don't say you weren't warned. God forbid you should have to spend time with your own kids. We look after them. We look after them 8 AM to 6 PM every weekday as it is. Maybe you could take the opportunity to show them some snow or play with spaghetti. It's more fun than it sounds. Christ, it's 6:30. I should have been drinking for 29 minutes. Head office wants the newsletter out on time this week. If anyone's actually reading this, then have a mulled wine for me. I'm on my 4th coffee this afternoon. It's also my 5-year anniversary of getting dumped by John because I quote, "I hate Christmas and I hate your family, so why would I want to spend Christmas with your family?" When I crumpled on the floor crying because I die alone and never have kids, he added, "Why do you even want children? Don't you get enough of them at work?" So happy still single day to me. Maybe I'll get the kids to dress up for it next year. This week at Sugar and Spice, Toddler Room. This week, the toddlers went on an outing to the Christmas fair in the park. They They were very excited to go on the merry-go-round and play in Santa's snow pit. And Alfie C found a toy reindeer in the pretend snow. He was disappointed to have to put it back, but Ariana explained about other people's toys and also about hygiene, so it was a learning opportunity for Alfie C. And we all washed our hands before we left, some of us in muddy puddles, but if it's good enough apparently it's good enough for Alfie C. The outing was cut short because it started hailing after 20 minutes, but the little ones had fun exploring the texture of hard things and trying to eat the hail. The more adventurous ones found out what happens when you try to run on an icy playground even though you've been warned not to. And Erica and Poppy and Alfie S all benefited from learning experiences involving knees and plasters. When we got back to nursery, we all sang "Hail, hail, go away," and heads, shoulders, knees and toes. I wonder what the statute of limitations is on exes. Is John still my ex after 5 years and 2 more relationships? Or is he her ex now? Flicky blonde Becky who is spread all over his Instagram like avocado on sourdough a week after we split up. He upgraded to that shiny lawyer type pretty quick though, or maybe Becky saw the light and dumped him. We should form a support group. We could have Christmas cocktails and talk about literally anything but kids. Preschool room. This week in preschool room, we welcomed Rosie, who has come to us from Precious Poppets Day Nursery in Kilburn. Probably because Sarah Legrand, the manager, is basically an alcoholic. Though after 2 decades in early years education, who can blame her? No judgment here. Rosie is nearly 4. She's small and quiet with pigtails and enormous black manga eyes that seem to rake the very bowels of your soul. We also welcomed Maxine, who's never been in nursery before, and my God, it shows. She's an enormous 3-year-old who spent half her first morning throwing Duplo at everything that moved, and the other half doing a gorilla dance to the musical tool bench, which plays "If I Had a Hammer" whenever you hit it. Maxine hit it a lot. Shelley guessed about 30 to 35 times non-stop before it was actually lunchtime. Maxine ate everything at lunch, including a few pages of Room on the Broom by Julia Donaldson, which someone left under the table. Julia Donaldson doesn't even have an English degree, you know. I have. Look where that's got me. Nursery Manager and Editor-in-Chief of Sugar and Spice Weekly Words. Not quite the Guardian, though it's probably got fewer typos. Anyway, once Maxine had digested pages 6 to 10, she leaned across the table and punched Alfie B in the face because Alfie had taken her beaker. Understandably, Alfie smacked her back, and in the resulting scuffle we had to cut them apart because Maxine's curly black hair got caught in Alfie's dungaree buttons. They ended up in the vehicles corner playing train crash together, quite happily though, so I'm calling it a win. I'm beginning to understand the war that must rage in Maxine's mother's heart between managing her daughter 24/7 on her own and letting her loose on other humans. Luckily, Maxine's only on half days while she's settling in, so at 1 p.m, Mummy came to pick her up, and I swear those 5 hours without her kid had knocked 5 years off the woman. Her hair was washed, she was wearing clean clothes, and I even saw her smile. She's actually quite pretty, in that weirdly familiar TV presenter kind of way. Swapped the specs for contact lenses, put on a nice dress. I didn't mention Maxine's impromptu haircut. I just said there'd been a few initial hiccups, but all children could be a little aggressive at first. She nodded eagerly, like she knew we were both lying and didn't care. Then Maxine came barreling towards her like a runaway tank, and she picked her up and hugged her like the kid had just got out of prison, probably after a stretch for GBH. "Oh, darling, I missed you," she said, and I swear there were tears in her eyes. Parents, I've said it before, are completely fucking mental. Obviously that doesn't affect my irrational desire to be one, but hey, the womb wants what the womb wants. Thanks so much for looking after her. She kept saying in this weird, desperate way, "Thanks so much." I didn't tell her it was more a question of protecting the other kids from Maxine. I expect she knows. Hence the gratitude. I don't think I ever saw a woman more in need of a stiff drink, not even Sarah from Precious Poppet's nursery during dry January. Good luck, Maxine's mummy, you'll need it. 7 o'clock. Sleeting again. Friday night, cold, flat, terrible, festive shit on TV. The cat hates me since I had her neutered. Why should she have all the fun? Speaking of drinks, I'm pretty sure I had a miniature of Bailey's from Secret Santa around here somewhere for emergencies. Baby room. This week, the baby room has no report because I wasn't in until Wednesday, and Emma, who was meant to write this section, has pissed off to the cocktail bar down the road where all the students go for yet another Tinder date. Enjoy your heedless responsibility while it lasts, Emma! One day you'll be managing this circus and Instagram stalking your ex's latest shiny lawyer girlfriend because you can't sleep for thinking about the climate crisis, or stop reading articles about when and how we're all going to die. Honestly, we should be having World Survivalism Day. Prepare the kids for what's coming, not dressing the poor buggers up as Gruffalos. Actually, a feral existence in a deep, dark wood might be on the cards, so maybe Gruffalo's not far off. Julia Donaldson scores again. Oh! A quarter bottle of Prosecco. Not Bailey's, but it'll do. Pretty sure it's Emma's, but screw her. The whole of Tinder seems true. Ooh, cheers. Ooh. Cheers. My friend Hannah's a lawyer. She had her eggs frozen when she turned 30 because none of the men her age wanted kids yet. And all of the older ones were already married. She even said she'd consider sperm donation, but I don't know, it seems like a lottery. At least if you've met the guy, no matter how briefly, you know what you're getting. I always thought John and I would be a good combination. Brains and beauty on my side, height on his. And those gorgeous dark curls. Pretty sure our kids would have been perfect, but whatever, John. 7:30, Jesus. Good job I don't have anywhere to go. Right, proofread, take out all the sarcastic comments, donate. Insert pictures of the kids looking at snow and playing with spaghetti. Send. At least Mad Maxine looks cute in her photos. Like Ted Bundy. You'd never guess the brutal insanity that simmers behind those big dark eyes. I don't know how single mums do it. Poor Mummy Max, whatever her name is, it's in the files. Suppose I should write up the new starter form before the Prosecco reaches my fingertip. Pretty sure Dad's AWOL. No wedding ring, no mention of Daddy. Let's see. Maxine Harrison, age 3. Mother, Miss. Yep. Rebecca Harrison, alternative contact Mrs. Sheila Harrison, must be grandma. Rebecca. Becky Harrison. Flicky blonde Becky spread all over John's Instagram like avocado on sourdough. And the size of that kid. Huge for her age. Like John. Tall. Black curly hair. No wonder Becky vanished from the face of the internet. Got dropped for the shiny lawyer. So that's what a child with John would be like. No offence, Mummy Max. I dodged a bullet there. Rather you than me. Poor Becky Harrison. Flicky no more. Knackered and lonely, just like me. Maybe we should form a support group. We could have Christmas cocktails and talk about literally anything but kids.